Hail, people! It's a Maclad1888 show. We're back for another season. Wow, out driving, heading to work on a lovely night, man. After the first game of the season today, where Celtic won 5-1. I had 3-1 odds in Edward first goal, and my cooting fucking gutted, like, never mind. It's just a bet. It's just 90 quid. But never mind. Anyway, right, we'll get straight into it. Obviously the season's underway and we're playing in these fucking crazy times under lockdown. No fans, very few people in the stadium, and as like in England, what we've seen already towards the end of the Premiership season. Oh, and by the way, just on that wee note, mentioning the doing in England, well done to wee Kieran Tierney. Watched the Arsenal-Chelsea game yesterday, and I was really happy for Kieran to get his first trophy down in England. He had to the mini, he won with the boys. Anyway, get back to today's game. So the legislation, in line with the legislation, no fans the other day, obviously, and that's going to be the way of it, I think, for the up-and-coming months, or month, rather. So we're going to have 6-8 games without fans, and then we've got to understand for the government, or what I've heard and read on the internet, is they'll kind of trial fans in the stadium. Now, it's never, I would imagine the whole season will not get above 20,000 in the stadium if you're going to social distance, etc. So it's going to be hard to even get to games and stuff like that if you're not a season ticket holder like myself, because I gave my book up, well, I gave my card up about 3 seasons ago because of my shifts changing. So I just get tickets for the games, but I still managed 16 games last year. But going forward, it's going to be hard getting to matches now for the foreseeable future until we get up to full capacity again. So, like I say, I would imagine we'll be looking at 20-25,000 when, and I reckon by Christmas we'll be hitting that kind of mark, 20-25,000, and they'll drip feed it month to month and see how we go. And hopefully by next season we'll be through the worst of this virus and back to normal and full stadiums, etc. So we'll get straight on to the game today. Like I say, I'm driving here. Lovely night on the M8, heading into Edinburgh. Absolutely fantastic, beautiful night. Had a really good day today, last day of my holidays. Really enjoyed it, having a good break, invigorated, ready to go, get back into it. So to the game. First of all, there was 4 standouts for me today. I mean, the team played well, but I have to say, our left and right backs, Taylor and Frimpong, were fucking outstanding, man. I mean, the deliveries from both of them were brilliant. Frimpong's runs were superb, and Taylor's deliveries for the first 2 goals were really good. Both of the guys had good games. And obviously, you have to mention Edward's hat-trick, which, what a way to start the season. He scored in that's the last 3 seasons he scored on opening day now, obviously. Class act, man, again. Goals were just in the right place at the right time, but the deliveries were top notch, man. And yeah, he deserved his hat-trick. So I'll give him a mention as one of the other guys. And the other one, as per, I mean, the guy's been fucking immense for years now, man, is McGregor. Just all over the place, good touch from the ball. It's like he's never been away. They're the 4 guys I'd highlight. But I mean, I know it's hard to know, say, Bruni had a good game, and Julian, etc. But I'm going to go with A4. It's my podcast, I can say what I want. Anyway, I hope everybody's enjoying, or looking forward to going for 10 in a row this year. I mean, obviously we're early doors, but I think there's a few factors out there that I think will see us to victory this year, and not just because I'm a fucking Fenian and all I can see is green, which is true, because all I can see is Green, we've been fucking loving it for the last 9 seasons, and even before we were winning 9 in a row, Celtic's been dominating Scottish football for the last 20 years, let's be honest, bar a couple of league titles here and there for that fucking mob that died. So it's been a good period in my life to be supporting Celtic at 51 year old now, like, yeah. So getting back to the game, like I say, 5-1 against Hamilton. I know it's alright, it's Hamilton, but Hamilton caused us a few wee shudders. Last season Hamilton had a few good results against us. They played well, and okay, we put them away eventually the day, and everybody sees them as relegation. Sorry, I've got fucking indigestion, man. Everybody sees them as relegation candidates already, which I think's a bit of a shame, because they're not a bad side, and they always seem to give Celtic a game, although 9 times out of 10 we do tend to run out with a few goals. So it's good to see the football back. The Huns yesterday, seen a wee snippets of their game against Aberdeen, and Aberdeen troubled them. They've got problems all right through the park. I mean, Ryan Kent is probably the only fucking decent player they got. I hate the cunt, but you can't take it away from the fact that he's a good, gifted player. And Tavernier, I've always said Tavernier's a good player. He's a solid defender, so he's alright. But they've just not got enough depth in their squad. Even with the new substitution thing that we've adopted for everybody else, with the 5 subs, or 9 subs on the bench, and you can use 5 at 3 periods in the game, which means you can really let the fringe guys get a game, which was good today for boys like Dembele and Klamala, who also scored a goal today, to go in the park and get some minutes under the belt. As far as the striking situation goes, I fully believe in my mind that at this present time it will be Edward, obviously, and Klamala, because wee Griff's still getting up to full fitness. But I wouldn't write Griffiths off, because once he's back he'll be in the team, and you can always rely on him for a few goals. On the transfer front, obviously we've got Elyounoussi for the season, which was a good bit of business. And we've brought in the big goalkeeper, which we needed for cover, because of Craig Gordon and Big Fraser no returning to the club. So Scott Bain was in goals today, but I dare say Barkas will get his run out, or he's running the game into the game, probably at the weekend against Kilmarnock. I think we're away to Kilmarnock next Sunday, 4:30 kick-off again on the telly, as Celtic will be for most of the games this season. So although I'm not going to get to a lot of games this year, unfortunately, which I'm fucking annoyed about, like, the games will be on the telly. So these are going to get posted up this season on YouTube again, or other podcast outlets. You'll probably get it on Spotify if you're looking on, because I've got it on there. I'll be on the blog, the Celtic Foot Soldiers, which has obviously been there throughout. It's been running since 2012. So if you jump on there, you'll get match reports, links to other podcasts, links to other bloggers. Obviously get my opinions on the games. You'll get match reports. It's a fully operational site. It's free. Don't take any money for it. I've got advertising on it. That's the only way I make money for it. I mean, I don't make that much money for it, to be fair. I could make more money for it, but it's too much work, to be honest. I mean, it costs about £78 a year to put advertising on it, and I'm probably making about £600 a year on it, which is not a bad return for £78 for a year's work, that well, it's not really a year's work, because like I say, I don't devote that much time to it, but it is an operational blog, and if you want to take a look, you can just put Celtic foot soldiers in your search engine. Also got a good YouTube channel, the Maclad1888 YouTube channel. Fucking loads of stuff on there. Again, isn't monetised. A lot of videos on there, a lot of gaming videos on there, like PS4 stuff and that as well. But there is a lot of football stuff, obviously, being a Celtic fan. So we're 10 minutes and 35 seconds in. I'm nearly Edinburgh at my work, so I'm going to have to wrap this up in the next 5 minutes. But that's fine, because I like to keep these to 15 minutes, and I also like to talk shite and rant on a bit. But never mind. But I think folk, anybody that's listened to any of my podcasts before know that, right? So, what else can I say about the game today? It was good to see wee Dembele out there for the last 10 minutes of the game as well. Got a few nice wee touches. What I've noticed with Dembele any time I've seen him, and I've seen him about, I think he's had about 3 or 4 first team appearances. I've actually seen him in 3 of them prior to the day. And what I find with that lad is his energy is unbelievable. Like a bit like Frimpong, the two of them are pretty similar. His energy levels are unbelievable. I mean, he went to attack, he went in, somebody tackled him, took the ball, or it ricocheted off the guy and he won it back. I mean, he tends to do that. He loses the ball sometimes and he'll win it back, or he'll create something, he'll get a tackle in. So he's got a lot of enthusiasm for the game, and his wee 10-minute cameo that he was on the other night against Hamilton, he done really well again. So he's going to be a guy that's going to go on the bench throughout the season, I think, because he deserves it. I think Lenny knows that he's got a player there, and it's going to be a player for the future if we can hold on to him, obviously, but we'll see how that goes. And obviously we want to hold on to Big Edward, so it'll be good when this fucking windy shuts in 3 or 4 weeks time, because we want Edward there for 10 in a row. Right, we're nearly at work here, Manny. I'm not want to wrap it up yet. I'm just trying to think about anything else that I can mention for the day's game. Also, although there's no fans here, what I did notice is that the Celtic PA system, I know a lot of the games in England have just been playing a kind of like crowd noise random in the background through in the broadcast, but the day Celtic had used their own tannoy system and they were playing a lot of the kind of Celtic stuff like Green Brigade, etc. It wasn't overly loud, but you could hear it, and you could hear the oohs and ahs for the crowd and that, and it's a nice touch. The stadium was looked well for being empty there, considering the stadium was empty. They had everything set up really nice, and to be honest, I really enjoyed it. I thought the game, obviously because Celtic won, I enjoyed the game, but other than that, Hamilton, they provided some moments in the game as well, and it was quite a decent match to watch. I was quite anxious leading up to the start of the season. Although I'd seen a few games in England and in Germany and stuff like that with the no crowd and all that, and the majority of them were alright. I was quite anxious with the game today, or the games in Scotland with no fans. I thought it was a decent game of football today. No better or no worse than it would have been had there been fans there. The fans had an atmosphere, obviously, and it's good. We all like that, but I thought the players were very professional on both sides, and it was a decent game of football. I actually quite enjoyed it, and if the games are like that week in, week out, we're in for a good season. Obviously the first wee while's going to be a bit strange, but we'll adapt to it. I mean, the players have already adapted it. They've had a few games in that kind of atmosphere now, and it's been good. Right, I think that is about it for this one. I've not done a podcast for about a month, or maybe 2 months, I don't know. So I've no idea what number we're on. I think it's in the 30s. I know I've done about 30 of these, so on this platform anyway. I mean, I've got podcasts on other places and that as well, but I'm sure I've got 30 up on YouTube now, so it might be 30 odd, but what we'll do, I'm just going to have a random fucking think about it and say this is 36, so we'll call it episode 36. I can always edit it later, like. So this has been episode 36 of the Maclad1888 show. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Hope you're having a lovely night. Hope you're celebrating Celtic's win the day. Top of the league, 3 goals better off than the Huns already. We go to Kilmarnock at the weekend on Sunday, and hopefully we get another 3 then, and stay top of the league from now till the end of the season, which will give us 10 in a row. Well, in a wee side note there to that, can't stop me ranting, man. I'm just trying to fit as much in as I can, but we've still got a semi-final to play actually from last season, believe it or not, against Aberdeen, and we could be playing Hibs or Hearts in the final of the Scottish Cup. So our treble is still on, even though it is from last season, which is quite weird. Anyway, right, I've said enough. I've ranted on enough. That's what 17 minutes coming up on. Right, hail, God bless, guys and girls. Enjoy your season, and we will catch you the next time. Hail.